We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
It's official. Style Guys is trending for the holiday season. Located 1252 Burnham Ave in Calumet City. Being black owned and operated with new items weekly, in store, and even online. And with over 50,000 followers online, you can't miss out. Sales going on till 2022. Like jogging suits, hoodies, t-shirts, Jordan Craig, smoke wraps, crisp, sweaters, and so much more. So beat the lines and order online from Style Guys, 1252 Burnham Ave in Calumet City. Contact them today at 708-801-9481. Again, 708-801-9481. Or check them out from Tuesday to Saturday from noon to 7 p.m. or Sundays from noon to 5 p.m. Style Guys, 1252 Burnham Ave in Calumet City. Life, fashion, style. Follow some of the newest styles by Style Guys in Calumet City. Lock in The Style Guys on IG or look them up, thestyleguys.com. Gone wild. No escaping this. 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 No escaping this.
No one's ready to deal with us.
No escaping this. No escaping this. No escape.
No one's ready to deal with us.
No escaping this. No escaping this. No escape.
No one's ready to deal with us.
No escaping this. No escaping this. No escape.
No one's ready to deal with us.
You are listening to the End of the Bench podcast on Built for This Network, hosted by my man, HRap.
And here we have it. Once again, this is your man, HRap, on Built for This Network, the End of the Bench podcast, a show called Rapping with HRap, where I connect us, will connect you with our elders so you can understand who you are, where you come from, and the experiences they have in hopes to connect, bridge your gap. Now, as I say every weekend or every week, this is a podcast, and what that means, it is on-demand entertainment. It can be viewed anytime, any day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. That you can be seen on YouTube, like right now. You can go to Spreaker.com. That's where my network is, and that is on Spreaker.com, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox. These are iHeartRadio, Amazon, and Podcast Addict. And as I do every week, I salute my family, both ancestors as well as the people who are here to support me on a regular basis, the people who helped raise me. That's everybody connected to the Pollard, Whitmore, Patterson, Turner, Battle, Cotton, Harper, Bailey, Shaw, Walker, Thompson, Chris, Lansdowne, Liggins, Duncan, Trotter, Brandon, Brandy, Lott, Wilson, Johnson, Fitch, and I am a Williams. Williams, my father's a Williams, so I'm a Williams, my children are Williams, and that is everybody who's connected to me, who's blessed me with their presence, who's blessed me with education and entertainment and love. So, speaking of love, I have my wonderful aunt, Margo Alexander. And this is, as she says, this is totally out of character for her, but we're going to bring all that character to the forefront. This is my lovely aunt, Margo Alexander. Hello. You're on mute. Hit the microphone. Let me see if I can take you off mute. I unmute. I'm gonna unmute you. There you go. You ready?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Again,
Ready to go.
nephew and everybody.
All right. Now, and then she got a sidekick, a big sister on the side. She don't know she coming in a couple weeks. She better warm on up. She next. But like I said, I told her I was gonna surprise her with some kind words. And these are the kind words. I don't know life without knowing Margo and Burn. And one of the beautiful things about knowing them is I've never seen these people in a bad mood. I've never seen anything but a smile on Margo and Burner's face. And as you see, she's smiling right now.
Yes, I am.
Yep, I have never seen a frown or a regular face. It's always been a smile. It's been a pleasure to be around her my entire life. Now, as I say before every show, I acknowledge my family, because without my family, there is no me. And I remember being on Hastings Street, and the people who support my show, AT, they know about Hastings Street via me, and even before I decided to do this program. What I always start each show off with is, let me know your oldest and best memory, whether it be on Hastings or anywhere. What is the first, when you take us back to your childhood, you think about the best day of your life, and then we're gonna start from there.
I'd say, it's so many of them, but let me see. I would just say really growing up as a child on Hastings and 13th childhood. I would say that's one of my best memories, because that's when life was carefree, fun. It has to be my child. I don't even put my childhood over my marriage, my children, because the childhood I had was unbelievable.
Talk to me about it. Let's talk.
So I have to say my childhood.
So you say 13th Street. See, I didn't even know you lived on 13th Street. I only know about Hastings.
Well, my grandparents lived on 13. We lived on Hastings.
Okay.
So my grandparents lived on 13. So we lived basically on both streets.
Okay. Talk to me about 13th Street.
Basically on 13. I mean, it was a time where you live. My grandmother owned a 2-flat on 13. And the front of it was like a yard, and you sit outside. I mean, day and night. Then at the end of the block, they tore down the big building, so they turned into a little mini playground.
Okay.
But we didn't have swings and stuff. We had big tires. We had ropes. But it was still a playground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where everybody met. Wasn't no fighting, wasn't no clowning, wasn't no. You just came there when the lights came, when the sun went down, you shot back down the street.
Which block is that? Which part of 1300 block?
Wasn't no park.
No, I'm talking about, which one is that? Like 13th and Woods, 13th and Polina?
13th and Woods.
Okay,
Remember
13th.
the one that was on 13th and Woods? Eventually, they made it a park.
Cross street from the Green Store.
Yep. Back in the day, it wasn't a park. It was an old big tire shop that had a big old wood fence going around.
Okay.
You don't know nothing about that.
I know.
But when they tore the yard down with all the tires and all that stuff, then they left a few of the great big tires.
Okay.
And we just turned it into 13th Street playground. Even though it wasn't no playground.
Okay.
But it was a playground. And standing there, sitting in the playground looking up, right on the corner of 13th Street and Woods was like 3 concrete steps.
Okay.
I guess back in the 20s it was a building.
Okay.
But when they tore the whole building down, they left them 3 concrete steps. And you could sit over there on the thing and look over there and see all the older people singing and stuff. All on the steps. See, that's childhood.
Love
These
it.
kids don't know about childhood. That's childhood.
Some
And
of
that's what you remember. All of the peaceful fun.
Yeah. I mean,
All of the peaceful fun.
I remember y'all providing that for us as well. Like when we on Hastings going down to Montefiore, every we couldn't wait for the summer, because me, Punk and Shine, Quan, Michael Page, and all us, we couldn't wait until y'all got off work, because then y'all would have baseball games for us and keep score and keep, it was like we would sit around all day doing what we doing, probably doing something we ain't had no business doing, jumping fences and climbing over stuff and doing a whole lot of stuff we shouldn't have been doing. But yeah, y'all made it awesome for us. Parks, cookouts, picnics. Now, what I'm going to do is talk about
We were a family. We were a community.
Yes.
But we were a family.
Yes.
And I heard a lady on TV the other day. I don't know if it was on Wendy Williams' show, but one of them, and she said, that's the problem. She said, oh no, that was on The View. Joy said. She grew up in the big Italian neighborhood where everybody looked out for everybody, kids, everything. Well, that was us over there.
Yes,
In
indeed.
that neighborhood, we was growing up like the big Italian families, because that's how we grew up.
And
Everybody belonged to everybody.
yes.
Everybody knew everybody by their last name. That's a fish. That's a song.
Yes.
You
Yes.
didn't know people's first name.
Nah.
That's where nicknames came from. Because Larry and all them used to, let's give you a nickname. You pass by him, you got a nickname.
Yeah.
Because he just know you are William.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's it. You're William. You Puppy's son.
Yeah.
That's how we grew people.
Yeah.
And that was family. And
Yeah.
that was family. But
And-
today, people don't. You go to a family reunion today, all of the teenagers sitting back on their cell phone. The only people laughing and talking is the older, the elders. But all the young folks laughing and talking, they all on their phone. They're not even talking to one another.
Exactly. It's
And
crazy.
that's the world we living in right now. The
Yeah.
internet.
It's ruining things.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I remember when y'all was on Hastings. I remember sitting on your mom and them porch, and we playing rock teach up all those stairs. And I mean, it's I'm 51 now, and like you said, those were the best times of my life. I couldn't wait to Berna got off work so she could keep score for the baseball game, and y'all had to slip and slide. Y'all, I mean, we turned on the water. Phyllis talks about turning on the water every time I talk to Phyllis, she bring up when we used to skate in the street.
That was the time.
Exactly.
That was
Exactly.
it. Our job was to just look. We did what we could do. Was to entertain, keep our kids entertained. That's why on the holidays, all y'all might have had on the same T-shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Same color.
Yes.
That's how we roll.
Yes. The whole block.
As a whole family. I was just laughing the other day because I guess Sam or whoever posted a bunch of those Montefiore softball game pictures
Yes.
on Facebook, and I was just laughing. It was like, oh my God, the
Yes.
fun we had.
Yes.
And the people, I mean people from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. People who live, me and Larry was all the way in Memphis, walking down the street, and some man, y'all came over by glass some. How you know us
Oh.
from? He like,
telling
when they having that party, because I'm going to fly in.
Yes, indeed.
That's how I do.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
That's how I do.
indeed.
And see, ours on our end, we had to kind of bring it down and combine it with the Washburn to make it one whole big party.
Yes, indeed.
Because see, at first it was two parties.
Right.
First it was two parts. Actually, it was three, because you got the projects, then us in the middle, and then the people cross down.
Right.
But then they just slowly brought it into one party.
One gigantic party. Yes.
Yep. So now it's just that one Washburn reunion, which is everybody.
Everybody. The big
From all the way from Racine or Blue Island all the way down to Western.
Yep. And it's a
Everybody
beautiful.
there and everybody fun.
Yeah, and I tell people all the time, I come from a neighborhood in which, at this point, 85-90% of us are related through marriage
Yeah.
or childbirth or something of that nature.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
That
yeah,
is so true.
yeah,
Everybody. I pass the now say all the time, how y'all know? How old are y'all now? I say, everybody in here, this us, we family.
yeah,
This it. Right here. We all family. We all grew up together. We all know this it. We family. We love one another. You can't break this bond.
at all. Never
You can't
ever.
break this bond. We might get mad at one another for about 5 minutes, but then we right on back.
Yeah, I've never heard of a beef in our community.
It ain't.
And
So
people,
you get into a little beef and you straighten it up.
yeah,
You ain't had no choice.
you huff and puff and breathe hard, and then once you calm down, it's over.
It's all over with.
Yeah. And you better not mess with one of us,
Yep.
or it's you have to deal with all of us.
Everybody coming. Everybody. If somebody cross Damon by, everybody on them 2 blocks coming.
Yeah.
Everybody coming.
I love it.
But
Now,
these children just don't. They just don't. And I understand that they want different things and they want to go. But you can want different, but you can still hold on to the stableness.
yeah.
And that's where these kids, they want to totally cut off like we didn't know nothing and didn't exist. So that they can move forward. But that's not it all the time.
That's not it. None of the time.
That's not it all the time. See, we took what Mama and them had, put our little 2 cents in it, and then pushed it on to y'all.
Indeed.
That's why you was able, like when I seen you with your son the other day, when you told him that was my job to push you.
Yeah.
You probably didn't like it, but it was my job to push you because somebody pushed me. But see, now this new generation, they don't want nobody to push them. You come and tell them, my mama used to knock me over there across the street. If I did that, they'd be like, no, I don't want to be knocked. I don't want to learn. Am I lying?
Hey, nah. I've been knocked across the street a few times.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I done woke up in Ethan Island grass a couple times. Like, how did I get over here?
And that's why in this world, now you got people that can jump up and down and make millions of dollars doing nothing on a computer, and then you got people working hard and can't make minimum wage, and they want to know why they can't fill the job.
Because how am I supposed? And you know what? I said that on my show a couple days ago. You want people. They want people. They keep like when me and Rita was talking. That was when me and Rita was talking. She was like, "They don't nobody want a job," and I was like, "It ain't that they don't want a job because they made normal look horrible."
Yep.
Because it ain't nothing wrong with being a garbage man, a bus driver, a school teacher, but they made it seem like if you doing that, you losing now.
Yep, you're a loser. But you can go, they showed a man, he making millions of dollars by sitting around his house making and hammering stuff together and throwing stuff and swinging stuff. And what is that teaching his kids for the future?
It's nothing.
So in the future, you want your 2 and 3 year old to take stuff off the wall and ham it and bam it, and is that what you want?
That's
I don't get it.
Yeah, they not teaching any life lessons, and that's why this thing with critical race theory, and they don't want that to be taught because if you teach somebody what people been through, then they understand that they have to work hard and even work even harder, and that's what they did. The disconnect was between my generation. I tell people all the time. I think that the disconnect is from my generation to about the whole 70s, because we came up and then y'all made it so, like I said on my show a couple of days ago, I'm lazy because my mama and y'all made it look so easy. I didn't know you had to work hard. I thought you just got up and did it. Like, okay, you got to do this. So I get up and do it. And y'all gave us the utmost confidence in everything. I did remember y'all yelling us about not doing what we supposed to do. But that's it. That's it. If we did what we had to do, we could walk from Paulina to the lake. We can walk from Paulina to K-Town if we wanted to. But we had to be back in time for y'all to see us. We ain't done nothing. Back gone.
That. Y'all could have been and robbed 50 people.
Yeah.
I'm safe. I ain't hurt nobody. Nobody hurt me. We home.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's why I try to tell these shit. That's like now with this shit. I'm grown. Why you asking me where I'm going? I'm going. But you know what? I'm asking you because if the train. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Remember when the L track fell downtown? Do you remember that? Okay. I worked downtown at that time. But that day I didn't go to work. Now I rode that L, but I didn't go to work that day.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that's a lesson that I taught my children.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my daughter call me every day. Mom, I'm going to do this. Mom, I'm going. It's not, I don't care what you're doing. It's just a courtesy thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. You could be robbing the bank. As long as I know you robbing the bank on 22nd and State. And don't bring them all back to my house. Don't bring the money back to my house. I ain't tripping.
I'll see you when you get out.
On 22nd and State, you probably over there.
You're right.
And that's all. It's not trying to get in their business. It's not trying to say you're not grown. It's not trying to be in your business or, nothing like that. It's just telling the truth.
And you know what's funny about that? It's like I'm grown, and like I had it with Bria grown. I'm grown. I'm like, so the funny thing is, being grown was funny. I always saw myself as a kid. I remember my 21st birthday. One of the gifts my mama gave me was a 12-pack of beer. Now I'm grown, right? And we living on the north side at this time. I'm grown now. And hey, she done bought me beer. I know I'm grown. I remember that first week sneaking the beer, putting one of the beers in the refrigerator behind the milk because my mama didn't drink milk. So I was like, I'm going to put it behind this milk because I know that's something she ain't going to touch in this refrigerator.
Right.
And I remember trying to sneak. Now I got to go back to my room to eat. And I'm like, I'm scared to walk past the bedroom with this beer in my hand. And it took me about 4 days to go, holy, she bought the beer.
Right, up to his words, he bought the beer.
She bought the beer. And so, yeah, I'm grown, but...
That is the respect, Brian.
Yes.
Because that's what you all were raised with. That's just like right now. If I was to call you on the phone tomorrow, and I say, Brian, Auntie can't get up out this chair. Can you come past my house and help me get up out this chair?
I'm now.
Where you going to be at?
Right there on Adams tomorrow.
Are you going on Monroe?
Monroe tomorrow.
Are you going to turn around and say, oh, I'm grown?
Nah.
I had plans. I'm grown. My kid. No. That's how we raised y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing.
I thought of another story, Mama.
Nothing. And that's how it is. And the same, if you call me Auntie, I need a, come on.
Yeah.
But that's what it's about. And that's why I'm your auntie in 2022.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm your auntie in 20, and I always be your auntie.
Forever.
I respect you and you respect me.
Exactly.
You 51 years old, but you gonna always be a child of Margo.
Exactly.
My baby nephew.
Yes.
That's what the kids don't get nowadays.
Exactly. I remember when y'all used to sit at 1336. Oh, y'all, you, Leslie, Rita, Berna, y'all used to sit out there and hang out. And I had to go to the bathroom one day. And me and my partners ride past. I say, hey, I gotta go right here. I gotta go to the bathroom. I shoot up the stairs and I come back down and y'all start talking to me. You went, oh, you got a deep voice now. I was like, huh? I didn't even know I had a deep voice. He was like, hey, you growing up, huh? I was like, yeah. I was like, I remember this one time my mother took me to lunch for my birthday. And just to show you how in your mind you always, back then, no matter how you are, how old you always a kid. I remember, again, with the liquor. We go to lunch, and I said, she ordered her food, and I'm so used to ordering alcohol with my partners. I go, yeah, let me get this, and lemonade.
So you corrected that
Yeah, I was
right
like,
quick.
and she fell out laughing, and it just shows you it's a different situation to whereas we don't, somehow we got that's why I wanted to do this, because we need these young people to realize, hey, I ain't in your business. I just need to know where you are. And
I ain't trying to be in your business. You
No.
grown. You take care of yourself. But as soon as you get hungry and you ain't got no money, you gonna call me. Then you ain't grown.
yeah, then you ain't grown. Hey, can
You
I?
ain't grown. When you hit the wall, you ain't grown.
Nah, you ain't grown no more.
Right. You ain't grown. But I always say this age group from about 15 to 40. Look out, we in trouble.
Yeah, it's tough.
We in trouble.
You ain't never lied. Yeah, that's about the age group that's real shaky right now.
But see, under 15, these kids is getting a different
Yeah.
They get a different program. They're getting a different program. These fathers realizing these little kids, I need to be in their life.
Right.
Act like y'all was doing. See,
Yeah.
now they realize, but that in between.
Yeah. I mean, and like I do a show with DJ now every other Wednesday, and I and that's what I was telling him. I just had y'all. It was as far as I knew, ain't none of us had no dad. You know, we just showed up. All of us just showed up together. And
there you go.
like, hey, and and I knew, it's just questions like when you don't have a father, even though y'all did a great job, when you don't have a father there every day,
Right.
we got Larry. Right, we got Larry, we got Theodis.
Right, you
We
had
got-
those kind
yeah,
of people. That's
yeah.
how you and Daryl and them got to be the men that you all are
Yes,
now.
yes.
That's like Daryl. Larry was his uncle, but Larry was his father.
Yeah.
All in one rock.
Theodis.
And same way with Theodis. Theodis
Yeah.
was your uncle, but he was still your dad.
Yeah.
Because he the one that gave you rules and the regulations.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do this.
Dear Daryl, but see now, an uncle come up and say some of these young guys, now that be done told you, I'm grown, get out my face.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that.
It wasn't none, wait a minute. What I done touched something?
No, you fine.
No, I done touched something on my computer.
Oh, cause everything seemed to be working fine.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, and that's the way it was. I mean, I can remember. I'm gonna try to trick Theodis into getting on here, but that's gonna be hard. But yeah, but I still remember Theodis taking me down to the McVicker, taking me down to the United Artists to watch the karate movies and stuff.
Yep.
And we just it was y'all and them, and that was it. And that's why I was doing things that was crazy, but it was always, hey man, what's wrong with you? Rocat, everybody.
Yep.
It was
People
just
like that.
it was just always somebody there. Now, let's talk about your family. Your family, one of the biggest families on the block. Everybody had a wonderful disposition, and I'm not just saying that because we family. It was the warmest place. Look, let me show you how far in my mind I can go back at your mama's house. I remember watching TV in the front room to the right side next to where Pops used to cut the hair, watching the ABA championship when Dr. J and them won.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember it when that was his birthday. Mama Fitch, it's 1,000 kids. It's one little cake. Miss Fitch would cut that cake into 1,000 pieces, and you get a piece.
That you remember that stuff.
Yeah, everybody got a piece this big, and we sitting there like, I hope it's some left too. Cause you was like, yeah, I got some cake. It wasn't, I need a piece this big. It was, I got some. Miss Fitch gave me some. And if you wasn't there, it was we sat out on that on them steps.
Yep.
And we ate that cake slow like it was this big. Yeah, this good. This good. Yeah, it was a wonderful.
Things you can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's surely true.
Yeah. So talk to me about growing up with Pops and Miss Fitch and Burner.
Okay, so your mom and daddy was like night and day.
Okay.
My daddy was that slick daddy that knew everything. He cooked everything. He combed our hair. He did everything. He used to tell mama all the time, you the blackest white woman I ever know. She say, you ain't never did. You know how you got a lot of older people. Mama 94 years old. And you know how you got a lot of older people and they remember picking cotton. They remember all that. Mama ain't did none of that. She ain't did none of that. And we always talk about, like when we had our party that time, all we talk about, mama done did everything. She done been everywhere. She done been everybody. It take us when she get to talking where she done been, we all start looking at one another like, okay, here she go. She was, if you say I want to go skate, I used to skate. Yeah, I was a nurse at Cook County. I used to go and nurse the babies. You know, mama got some stories. Okay?
Hey, I got a story for you. She sat down, me, Daryl, and me, Dare, Mac, and Quan one day, and told us about, we were little boys. It didn't mean nothing when she was telling us about how, I think it was her and her sister went down to Marshall Fields every day and made them serve her.
Yes. She tell that story. She showed told, She tell that story. That's what I'm saying. Mama is one of them people that it didn't matter. She never. Mama lived a expensive big life, no matter what nobody said. If Mama was poor, she didn't know it. And if we was poor, we didn't know it.
Yeah, we didn't know it.
Cause we didn't miss a beat, Brian.
Nah.
We didn't miss a beat. We did not miss a beat. I don't ever remember like people. Oh, we was hungry. We ate.
Yeah, I don't know that.
But I don't remember none of that. Cause my daddy would be in that kitchen cooking up some stews and this and that and the other. Yeah, that's like we all wanted some skins and canned them. Pop took some chilies and went in the kitchen and fried them, came back, and we thought we was eating skins. We didn't know we was eating chilies, and we hated chilies. That goes to show how my father used to cook. See, Daddy was the cooker and Mama was the baker.
Okay.
Mama could bake you anything. Still to today, she gonna come up here with some apple with some crust on, or she done made you a bread pudding, or she gonna come up here with some. Every time we have an event, she gonna make some cookies out there or something. You know that, but that's Mama. She the baker.
Oh yeah.
And Daddy was the cooker. But now she just still trying to bake at 94 years old and scared of sugar. And she ain't there. Daddy told her she can't never cook him no food because she don't know that they sell salt and pepper at the store. We used to laugh so hard. He said, I ain't never seen no woman don't put no seasoning in nothing. He said, now y'all know why y'all daddy do the cooking. That's why he cooked.
Rita said, ask Marco about the American Express card.
Oh, please. I'm going to tell you how we used it. That's the story. You know how we used to keep y'all together.
Yes, indeed.
We in that neighborhood, we working, our buzz saw, we doing the best we can, but we ain't really know nothing about credit cards and all that kind of stuff. See, if it didn't come in the neighborhood, we didn't know nothing about it. Because we wasn't outside the neighborhood. So when we started working, all we knew was to work, save our money, ante up, buy the kids their outfits, get 5 pair of Huskies from Sears for school. That's all we knew. Now we done messed around and somebody told Rita how to get American Express. Out of all 8 of us, Rita was the first person that got a credit card. Oh, baby, we had done died and went to heaven over on Hastings. Because we had a credit card. Now, we got the credit card. We got us a little trap going on because Berner had done finagle and got Bill to get us. Somebody got a trap. Man, the holidays come around, it's us and the American Express. Every month, we go spin up the American Express. Then Rita go back to the house. Eddie out, you owe 30, you owe 50, you owe 60. That's how we did every month. Holiday come around, we go get all y'all stuff. We had so much stuff in the car, Brian, we can't hardly get home with the car. We got bags all on the car. We got that American Express. You couldn't tell us nothing. I promise you we couldn't. We had that. We ain't even know nothing about no credit card. Baby, we was on and popping. With that American Express, we was real important. And then they mess around and start getting couple of starts getting when we realized, oh, you can get a credit card. You know. Then we all end up with credit cards. Oh, then that was it. We was all important then. But that first credit card, nobody had it but your auntie. She was the bill collector. Count it out, baby. Get that receipt. Margo, Berner, Judy. Someone check your name off on the receipt on what you got. So next month, we got our little page, got our little money, can't pay the bill off. Every month. Every month we paid that bill off. But we was real important shopping. We piled it all in the cars, we stepped back, Rita put it on the charge. People be looking at us. That was it, Brian. People don't know about that, but that was it.
That's what's up.
We was real important. See,
Yeah.
And then we're pounding that car every year and going on vacation. And
Remember
we all be sitting on the stump like, how in the world can Mr. Fountain and Miss Fountain with 10 kids, and he work at Ventures, I'm working at Sears, Rita working at the hospital, and how we can't go on vacation? But it was we just never thought about it. Until you learn, then we learn, okay, we got these credit cards, now we can take our kids on vacation. Because you just pay it off. But when you don't, you do better when you know better, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
When you know better.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? Y'all used to, man, Santa's Village, the Great America trips,
That's what I'm saying.
every
When
week.
we learned better, we did better.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I didn't realize we were poor until I was grown and out my mama's house because I bought my mama a birthday gift. It's the first time in my life I bought a gift without having to save because her birthday 8-10 days before Christmas.
Right.
So you have to save up. You got to save up. And this first year I was able to just go in the store and get it. She said, I never had one of these. I was like, what? And I thought she was joking. And then I realized, I was like, wow. Because she was like, well, that stuff. I said, you've been buying this for me since I was a little boy. She said, yeah, they ain't come by a grown person get a kid free.
Right.
And I was like, oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, well, that's how we roll.
Yeah.
But nobody understand that. See, now you can look at a child and a mama walking down the street, and that mama got 10 yards of weave on, nails done, everything, and that child ain't got on nothing. Now, that's not every young woman, but it's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching y'all. I remember watching all y'all comb your hair back and pushing it forward.
Oh, Brian, you remember too much.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I had a ball. I mean, I wouldn't trade.
Definitely was my best memory, and that was growing up over there between Ashland and Dayton.
Oh yeah.
Roosevelt Road and 18th Street. Man, that was it. That was the neighborhood of all neighborhoods. And
Yeah,
there was a bond that never went nowhere.
Ever.
Never. Till today. It's still that same bond.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Where the people live in the world, they still remember 13th Street and, Yep. Oh, yeah, when we went to New Jersey.
Okay.
Same thing. We ran into somebody who grew up over there. Talking about Reverend Warlow's park.
I was just about to ask you about that.
Yosemite or whatever the park. What was the park name?
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee Park. Is that park still over there in Old Net? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes,
To this
it
day.
Yes. Until now, they don't have it anymore.
Yeah. But the park is still there.
But the park is still there. You can still go over to that park. And the memories will never leave there.
Rita say, ask you about we want to celebrate parties.
Oh, hell. Rita! That's how we used to party. You just we sat on the steps one day, Leary, me, Rita, all us, the whole little gang. We like, man, we need to have us a party. It ain't no kids party. We need to, cause all the parties always the kids. And then on the
Indeed.
holidays, we always buying y'all shirts and all that. We ain't never get nothing doing nothing. So we was determined this time we having us this big, elaborate, we just want to celebrate party. Man, we went and had our shirts made. We went and got cake decorated. Man, it was on and popping. We had a party out of this world. People talk about that party forever. They still talk about it. If they think about it. Because that's what kind of party. That's how we rolled over there.
Oh yeah. I
How
mean,
we rolled. We just, I'm telling you, we lived a life that people wish they had lived.
I agree.
And that's it. Because when you talk to people about their childhoods and, man, we never played it, we didn't do this. When we grew up, we ain't had no, I said, I can't get in that conversation because I didn't grow up like that and my children didn't grow up like that.
Not at all.
We grew up with a connection that was out of this world. And where you been to. And that's just like with me, Brad. Me and my husband was definitely ill. Over here in this house. But everybody checked on us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Yeah.
And people didn't understand, like to know, oh, you got family. Yes, I do. I got family. I'm fine. I got family. I'm doing good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how we roll. Just like I told you at the beginning. If I call you, you come.
Without a doubt. No questions asked.
And we know that. And we know that. All of us seniors know that. And that's what's important. When you know what's in your heart, people can't change you.
Not at
I
all.
don't care who you pass. People can't change you. You know what we have all done for you, and all the rest of them knowing. Some of them don't want to say it. Okay?
But they know.
Some want to forget. But they know.
They most
They know
definitely
the
know.
kind of upbringing they had, and they know who took care of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, and that was the
Who
beauty.
took care of them.
That was the beauty in that whole community. And then, like, even later on in life, when y'all start taking cruises, I never went on the cruise. I ain't big on out there on the water. Yeah.
Me, I ain't never go because I wasn't being Reed
Yeah.
and burn all them did. But I was like, I ain't that one.
Yeah.
Me and Gary used to be no. That's okay.
Let's go to Jamaica. I ain't on no water. I told Rita. Rita asked
Gary
me.
got on the train and rode to New York.
Hey, that's what I'm
They
talking.
talking about us. We wasn't about no war.
Yeah. I told Rita, hey, you know what happened last time? A bunch of black people got on the boat, so I ain't trying to get on no boat no more.
Right.
I ain't trying to get on no boat.
I feel you, nephew.
Yeah. So okay, let's talk about teenage Margo.
Teenage Margo wasn't none nice. Teenage Margo was nothing nice.
Tell me about teenage Margo.
Teenage Margo was out there. I was the supervisor. I was me, Leary, Esther, Donna Fack, Pamela Wood. We was the supervisors. We ran the whole neighborhood. You can ask Rita and them used to be scared of us. But they was 1 year younger than us. But we took care of them. But they was scared. We always protected them. They used to be scared of us. Rita tell you that they used to be scared of us because I was something else.
Wow. Would have never saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I even got told by a lady across the street that I got her daughter pregnant. I took her daughter down there with my boyfriend and got her pregnant. That's how bad I was.
Hold on. How that work?
Because she was sneaking down there with my boyfriend.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
And she ended up pregnant.
right. See, because you was doing what you weren't supposed to do. Even though I was fast and burning, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Wow.
I wasn't doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing because I knew I didn't want to get my head busted. So you thought we was out there. A lot of people thought we were out there doing a whole lot of things that we were not doing, Brian. Just because we was marching up and down the street and huffing and puffing and hanging with all the boys and we weren't doing nothing. We was having fun. We weren't doing nothing. And all y'all sitting in the house all quiet and all being cute and all that. Oh, that's why y'all all got kids 10 or 15 years older than ours. And me and Lee were them kids. Because y'all thought we was bad girls.
Okay.
But I enjoyed my life and teenage life and then even my teenage life.
What
I
high school?
enjoyed that life.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Westinghouse for 2 years.
Hold on, say that again.
I went to Westinghouse, but then Westinghouse was too slow for me with all that doing that hair and all that. Then I ended up going, me and Esther broke out of Westinghouse and we went to this school up on Milwaukee called Spanish American. It was a high school, but it helped you, with your life. And
Okay,
that's where we
okay.
ended up going. And that's where we ended up going, me and Esther.
Okay.
We ended up
You
going.
know I went to Westinghouse, don't you?
I know you went to Westinghouse. I know. I tried to get my kids to go where they wouldn't go. But I only could stay there. I only stayed there 2 years. I was too fast. I ain't had time. I couldn't be out all night partying and then had to go sit in school. So when me and Esther transferred up to Spanish American, see, we could come to school at 10 and stay to 6.
Oh wow.
So they worked around your schedule.
Okay.
and work for the president and the owner.
Okay.
Coming out of my hole over there. That's where I'm at today.
Okay.
And you know why I know the skills that I know? Because I went to, what was the Urban Progress Center on Halston. That's where you learned how to type it. And I learned how to type 90 words a minute.
Whew.
And when I walked in Sears, the lady said, "Oh yeah, you go sit down. You got this job."
Wow.
And it never stopped from there. And I just went.
Kept climbing. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Now I work a major job. 2.5 years, critically ill. Still critically ill to today. Sitting in this chair as your AT speak to you, I'm waiting on a pair of lungs. But I know my lungs gonna come back. Ain't missed a beat. Still go to work. Still taking care of my house. Still doing what I'm supposed to do.
Amen. Amen.
And that comes from never giving up. Even back in the old days, still thinking you can do whatever you want to do. See, I'm one of them people, I can do whatever I want to do. And I don't let nobody turn me from that. See, when you believe, you can do it, Brian.
Indeed.
And I get that way. Because I was laying in the hospital in intensive care in a semi-coma when I heard my husband talking to my doctor, telling him that he had cancer. And he didn't know, and the doctor was telling him, "I don't know if your wife gonna come back because I don't think we can get her lungs back up." And I remember laying in that bed saying, "Lord, please let me get well enough to go home and take care of my husband." And what you let me do? Just that. Just that. That's why I say, when you firm and believe, and these young people need to believe in themselves. Nobody could never tell me I wasn't fine. Nobody could never tell me I wasn't smart. Nobody could ever take me down. See, when you get it in there, and that's how we were. Me, Rita, Judy, we were smart, we was fine. We never let anybody take our spirit. And have these kids, he say I don't look cute. Baby, I don't care what he say. See, it ain't what he say.
It's what he
I
said.
say. That's right. And what I say I'm a strong woman.
Indeed.
And I know that because I'm still here.
Amen. And gonna be here.
Every time I walk into that Loyola hospital in the transplant clinic, that nurse laughed at me. She said, "You said you wasn't going nowhere." She said, "Here you steady marching up in here, talking about you ain't getting no lungs." I said, "I'm not. I'm not, Brian."
Amen. I know you're not.
I mean that. You can't nobody take you. This one AT, can't nobody take my joy.
You know what?
I ain't mean to preach no.
No. That's why you here. That's That's exactly why you here. That's Mark.
I'm talking about, my life. I live just like with my husband. We were married for 41 years. Brian, we didn't miss a beat.
I know.
When I tell you, we ain't miss a beat. Am I destroyed that my husband is gone? Yes. But do I regret it or anything? Because I enjoyed my husband. And I know in my heart, God put him on this earth to live 66 years. And that's it. And we were both told we weren't going to make it. And I guess God said, "I can't take both of these kids' parents home." And my husband told me, he said, "You could live without me, but I can't live without you."
Oh wow.
Yep, we was both laying in there in the hospital. He said, "You can live without me," and I take that he loved me that much to tell me that, and that's why I keep on going, Brian. I don't turn around.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching y'all. I've been watching y'all my whole life.
Right.
Larry taught me about sports. Larry and Theodis would taught me for real. Like my buddies, they you know about sports. I'm like, I grew up around the right people, man. I grew up around the right people, and
Yeah, and they know everything.
Yeah.
Everything and everybody.
Yeah. I can remember one time me and Theodis debating about something. called your house. Larry came down. This when y'all still living on Hastings. Larry came downstairs and told me and went back upstairs. Yeah. I mean, I tell people, it wasn't nothing like growing up on the west side of Chicago. You can say what you want to say. Oh man, they crazy, they ghetto, they this, they that. No.
I don't know who they talking about.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't know who they talking about.
I don't know who they talking about, Brian. I promise you I don't. I don't know who they talking about, because it ain't been nothing that we have not wanted to do, wanted to have, wanted to... Nothing.
I just see the videos on Facebook. Y'all driving down to Memphis. Y'all showing up with Dr. King. I've been watching it. Yeah.
That's why I say I don't have to. I don't have no regrets. I ain't miss a beat. And I ain't finished yet.
Yeah. Not even close. Not even close.
I ain't finished yet, nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't on this stuff. No, I saw to it, and I'm going to keep on going. That's like that nurse. You right. You talk to the right person, because this one ain't going nowhere. I had a whole clinic. I be preaching to all the nurses. They be like, baby, you need to spread some of this to these other lung patient people, because I'm telling people, you can let this lung issue wear you down, or you can wear the lung issue down. It ain't going to get me. And then he said, well, we're going to have to get you some lungs, because, people don't like to walk around with oxygen on and all. I said, let me tell you something, sir. When you look as good as I look, you can walk around with oxygen. Because ain't nobody going to see the oxygen. They looking at me.
Tell him.
He say, I'm done. That doctor say, I'm done. I ain't going to say nothing else to you. I'm done. Because some lady, he had to hurry up and find her some lungs, because she had a problem walking around with oxygen. I said, well, I ain't the patient. I ain't like that lady. Because I look good, and you ain't going to even see that oxygen when you see me. Because I'm moving just as good as the other person.
That's what's up. I love it.
I just wish these young girls would get confidence in their self. See, I don't need nobody. I was married 41 years. I didn't need my husband to tell me I look good. He told me, but I didn't need it, because I knew I looked good. And I knew I was strong, and I knew I could take care of me. I didn't need him to take care of me. I enjoyed it, because he took very good care of me. But I didn't need it. I don't need anybody, because I'm strong. I'm a strong woman, going to stand on my feet. And that's what I try to instill in these young women today. Be your own. When you care about you, baby, you can conquer the world.
Say it again.
Right. In the same way with the young men, when you care about you, I ain't going over here and stick up these people. They may shoot me. I ain't trying to die. I ain't going hijacking no car. They may come out their car and shoot. I ain't going nowhere. When they get to thinking about themselves, we'll be all right. We will, Brian. When these young people put themselves first, and not what somebody's saying on the internet, not a like, not a whatever. Think about you. Because I don't care if nobody don't like me, I love me.
Say it
You
again.
ain't got to click the like button on my Instagram, because I don't care. I don't care, Brian. You ain't got to click the Instagram. So, but we know a lot of them doing it for money. So, that's a whole nother story.
And you know what's sad about that? Like I said, like you said and I said, we didn't even realize we didn't have, because y'all, I'm telling you, Rita mentioned it last week, and y'all carried on the tradition. I was never in that community nowhere and hungry.
Right.
Ever.
Never. Nobody. None of us. None of us. You ain't gonna get nobody. You can pick nobody in that neighborhood. If they was, then they knew they could go over there. The others used to tell that story all the time. I'll be hungry, so I'm going around Miss Fitch's house. You could go around Miss Fitch's house and eat if you ain't had nothing in your house. You could go to next door, Mama Esther, and get you some cornbread out the oven.
Yeah.
And put on the stairs. See, we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
We ain't miss a beat. No, baby.
I just didn't know. I love rap music. I've been in the rap music since it first came out, and y'all was telling us that ain't gonna be nothing. And I remember one while, remember when Tupac took over the world, and he was like, "Yeah, my mom was this, and it was bad." And they was like, "Man, don't you feel that?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, hey, "It's a cool song, but I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get. I don't get it."
My mama wasn't all of that.
Yeah, I'm like, "Hey, man, I never."
Just like Shana said the other day, she said, "I don't know where all these people grew up at, but she said like you. She said, look, I lived a life over there."
Yeah. I mean,
Mama said now, Quan both. They like, I don't know where Chris and all them talking about where they came, but I lived.
yeah, I can't even imagine saying. And that's the thing. Like I tell my friends all the time, like y'all wouldn't. You know how people tell their kids, "Sit your stupid butt down." Y'all would yell at us and tell us what we wasn't. You ain't stupid. Stop doing that. And and I did it to my son. And y'all lessons, the way y'all taught to us, it's the reason BJ got in the Chicago Bulls college prep. One year, they tried to put him on the drugs because he was acting like his daddy in school, telling every joke he could and acting a fool as much as he could. And they was like, he got ADHD, and we gonna put him on the drugs. And I was like, they scared Nikki. They scared Nikki to death. And I was just sitting there. And they was like, "You get it, Mr. Williams?" I was like, "No." And they was like, "Well, why not?" I said, "He do this, and he do this, right? And he do this." And I named about 8 things that he do in his class. They say, "So you understand?" I said, "Yeah, they called the class clown when I was doing it."
There you go.
And I went home, and he thought he was in a world of trouble. I said, "Hey, BJ, they think you stupid." And he was like, "What? I ain't stupid." He got offended. Next thing you know, BJ in one of the top high schools in Chicago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because you showed that example. But you know your kids.
Yeah.
Some of these people, they don't know their kids.
Not at all.
They don't know their children. They don't even hold a conversation with their children. They don't even hug their kids. They don't know their kids. Because their kids don't know nobody but the phone.
Yeah. And the TV.
And the TV. The phone and the TV, that's all they know. They don't know how to sit up and laugh and talk. We just started back playing board games. Come over here playing board games. So I bought this game, Chicagopoly. It's like Monopoly, but in Chicago.
Okay.
And we were last 2 Saturdays ago, we was playing the game with the kids, with Lige and Jalen them. So every time we get ready to pay for something, they pausing, trying to look at the money and all that. See, we used to have it in our head.
Yeah.
Now they got it on the computer.
Yeah,
They got it installed and figure it out.
Yeah. I remember playing
In
Life.
our head, already count.
I remember sitting on your back porch playing Life and Connect 4.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. These kids now, they don't know. They can't even sign their name. But they don't learn how to write cursive. So
Yeah, you don't learn how. You just got to write out your name now.
print it out. Because they don't know nothing about cursive.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Right. Robert came up and the kids started laughing because he said, "See, y'all don't know nothing about reading." What did he say? The 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the 3 hours, Brian. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. I said, everybody's like, Robert, that's not 3 hours. But that's how we said it. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. They don't do that no more.
Yeah. I mean,
It's gone.
yeah, it's gone. It's gone. And I remember when Instagram first came out, and I told BJ, I said, "BJ, don't get caught up in that." He said, "Why not? It's fun." I say, "BJ, Facebook, it started off with Facebook. And you had to read everything." I said, "They taking you to pictures to keep you dumb." I said, "Because now I ain't got to read nothing. I can just look." I said, "They dumbing you down. They slowly dumbing you down." And y'all letting them. And like I even told them about, I say, "Hey, man," I showed them, because that's the one good thing about YouTube. I showed them. I said, "Hey, let me show you this TV show that I used to watch." I said, "Boy, the $6 Million Man was hotter than Lil Wayne, Jack." And he watching it, and he was like, "This is horrible." He literally said, "This is horrible." I said, nah. I'm going to tell you why it ain't horrible." He said, "Why?" I said, you see how he running in slow motion? He said, yeah, that's stupid. They could just speed it up and CGI. So he said, no. We used to imagine that he was running so fast that they had to slow it down. I said, you go back on Hastings, me, Punk and Shine, Quan, Michael Page, and everybody, we running around in slow motion.
Yep.
Because and they don't have that. The CGI, it looks beautiful. It looks wonderful. But it strips you of your imagination, like Robert said.
These kids have no imagination. They have no compassion. They have, because you don't hold a conversation. If your friend over there crying, you don't even go and ask your friend, why are you crying?
Right.
You send them a text and say,
You
why
cool?
you crying?
Yeah, you cool?
Yeah. You don't even go over there and touch your friend on the shoulder and say, why are you crying? What's the matter? Let's go beat up Joe.
Yeah.
No. They sending a text. What's the matter with you? Then you text back, then they go take a picture and put it on Facebook. You was crying.
You crying, right?
I was over there crying.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember being down because, your mama yell at you or whatever. And Punk and the Shine walk up, hey, what's wrong, man? Well, let's go play let's go play strikeout. Whatever's bothering you, this baseball game gonna make you feel better.
Gonna make it go away. Yep.
And that's all it was. Yeah. And you're right. It's just we're not personable anymore. We don't know each other anymore. We don't know what make you happy, what make you sad, what you like to eat. What
Right.
And this is sad commentary. It truly is. It truly is.
Very sad. It is very, very sad, Brian. It's very sad. But I thank God for the time that I grew up. And I appreciate what was instilled in me. And I tried as a parent to instill it in my children.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I still try and instill it in my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can still wear some Gucci and put on some Target pants. See, what these kids don't understand that. See, you can still carry you a $5,000 purse and have on a Zans outfit and look like $1 million, but they don't get it. They don't get it.
Because they want to tell you how much it costs instead of looking good.
Yes. And that's what's happening today. It's material. It's all materialistic. Who lining up paying $300 and $400 and $500 for some gym shoes, and they all look the same. All they do is change the color.
Yeah.
And if you go back and look at them 5 pair you got in the closet, they all look the same. You could have just probably highlighted it with some marker and changed the colors.
Or just wore a different outfit with it.
Right.
Get the black ones and wear a different outfit.
There you go.
Hey, I remember my mama. I remember when them shoes first came out. Richard went and bought Andre a pair. That's when they was only $100. Well, now we say only $100 now, but they was $100 back then. But they went from them shoes went from $39 to $100.
Yep.
And I remember Richard bought Dre them shoes, so Dre was at my house every weekend. He called me. He said, "Man, Richard got me these them Jordans. See if your mama get you a pair, and we be sharp together." I said, "Yeah, that might work." So I go in the kitchen. We was living on North, so I go in the kitchen. Hey, Mom. I don't even know I had enough. I don't know how I had enough bravery to choke that out my mouth.
You done let him boost you up.
Yeah, he didn't charge me. He didn't put it on me. Hey, man.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, man, hey, it's about time for you to get some new shoes, right?" I said, "Yeah." "Man, Richard got me these Jordans. Well, you can get you some. We can be sharp." I'm like, yeah. I go in the kitchen. I say, "Hey, Mom, did you give me some Jordans?" I'll never forget the day. I still remember when she was cooking. She was frying some chicken. We had some rice, gravy, bean, and green beans. I'm telling you, I remember it like it was yesterday. And she said, "Some Jordans?" I said, yeah. She did them $100 shoes, right? I was like, yeah. Now I'm thinking, she know. She know.
Yeah, she know all about him. I'm finna get him.
She said, "Yeah, we can get him." Right after his black ass started wearing some Bryans. I was like, just give me the $40. I said, "Yeah, just give me the $40, lady. I'm gonna go get
let me go on around here and give me some gym shoes.
Let me get these Adidas that I've been getting." She said, and turned around and kept on. And like you said, people, like something else that my mom used to say, and people always have to be doing something. And I would ask my mom, hey, what you doing this weekend? Using up the rest of my rent? And I'm like, I just be like, what? You don't never want to do nothing. But now, what you doing, Brian? Hey, using up the rest of my rent. I done paid it. I'm going to use it all.
Using up the rest of my rent.
Yeah.
Using up the rest of my mortgage.
Yeah.
That's it. So this is it right here.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the life right here. This is what you work for. Just like I said, you don't get out and do nothing. What I'm chasing. You used to could go out and party. But you can't now because you got to duck, run, dodge, swim. Who gonna go through all of that? Nobody, Brian. Nobody going through all that.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I brought that up last week. I remember y'all used to all pile up at Rita crib on 1336, and y'all used to go out. Talk to me about that. Partying.
We used to go to what was the place called? Where we used to go every Thursday night. Oh, the Happy Medium. That's where we used to go. And Bertha's boyfriend had a brand new white Cadillac.
Woo.
And baby, we used to hop shop, jump in that white Cadillac, leave from on Hastings, and we downtown on Oak Street. Hopping. They don't know we ain't got as much money in our pocket as they got. Because we was in there popping. Every Thursday, Bertha managed to get that car. Slow gin fizz for $1. That's right, you used to get your slow gin fizz for $1. And we weren't big drinkers, so we held on to it all night and partied and held on. So you expect like you was steady drinking. And if you was a drink, you just go by Rita and say, post some of you on the man so it still look like I got something. Whoa, baby. It was us and the Happy Medium. Right there on Oak Street. Right off Chicago Avenue and Oak Street. Rush in Oak Street, yep. We used to party, baby. Every Thursday. Did not miss a beat, Brian. Top shop, head off. All y'all ate, all y'all fed, all y'all straight. We gone.
And we could cross the street and hang out with each other.
That's right. We be back in a minute.
And that's what Rita was saying. We'll be back in a minute. And you bet not go no farther than Margo house.
There you go.
And that's all we needed. Oh,
Right. And
we
see,
go.
y'all wasn't mischievous. Y'all was bad as hell. But you wasn't mischievous. You know, we ain't have to worry about y'all burning the house down or, doing something dumb, telling one to jump out the window and all kind of crazy
Well,
stuff.
we was doing that part.
Yeah.
The jump out the window we was doing, but burning the house down now.
But I'm saying pushing one another to hurt one another is what I'm talking about. Doing crazy, but stuff you can live on.
We just never got hurt.
There you go.
We was doing a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah, stuff you could live through.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
them was the days, Brian.
Talk to me about the music back then.
Man, please. Man, whatever your issue was, you had a singer that was singing your problem. Whatever that problem was. Take it on to anything.
Who was your favorite?
My favorite back then was Teddy Pendergrass.
Woo.
Teddy Pendergrass could take you to the bridge, baby. Teddy Pendergrass was the man. That was my guy. Teddy Pendergrass and the Blue Notes. Them was me.
Tell Berna get ready.
Wait, Berna shaking her head. Nah, I ain't talking.
She talking
You
now.
Talking, Brad. You can get anybody to talk. I thought you won't get me to talk.
See?
You got me to talk.
That's what Rita said last week. I ain't got nothing to say. And
I
look,
heard her say it. I ain't got nothing to say.
and look, it's been an hour with you. Almost hour, 15 minutes with you.
See?
So get ready, Berna. Get ready.
It's good to live that, and it's good to get our little knowledge out there, even though the kids ain't listening to us.
No, they listen.
It's still worth saying. I still say it's worth saying.
It is.
You got to let people know where you was at and what you're doing.
and make us clean up the house on Sunday while y'all played.
There you go. There you go. Clean up. But we got Luther going. We got the full top. We got everybody. Spinners. We was rolling. We sit on that front and put our music on. You couldn't tell us nothing. And if we was serious drinkers, but we weren't serious drinkers. But if we was real serious drinkers, man, we'd all been alcoholics. We sat on that stump, running our mouth, trying to drink and couldn't drink. Well, none of us serious drinkers.
You know what? I do not remember y'all drinking at all.
Because we wasn't no serious. We tried to be serious drinkers and we couldn't be. We just could not drink alcohol. We was not alcohol people. And like Bernie got drunk one time and never got drunk again. That's been about 35, 40 years ago. Because, see, we weren't drinkers like that. We tried. We tried.
Y'all failed at drinking.
Yeah, you don't never drink. I say, well, I couldn't drink because my husband drunk enough for the whole neighborhood. And I had to always be the designated driver. So it was good I didn't drink. Yeah, it was good I didn't drink. But that's how it was. We just partied. We tried to be alcoholics, but we couldn't be alcoholics. We couldn't be upset. We used to go to that lounge. Everybody getting with slow gin fizz. And we hold them slow gin fizz from the time we get there at 10 to 2. Still drinking that same drink. Because, see, back then they weren't pushing you to, buy alcohol and can on. They didn't care. They just want the party in the house.
Yeah.
And that's how we used to roll. The party was in the house, so it didn't matter what you did. Once you paid your little few dollars to get in, you was good. And get your one drink, that's it.
Coke and cool out.
That's right.
What was the best place to eat back then?
Chicken Shack
Chicken
on
Shack.
14th Street.
Ah, I remember Chicken Shack.
Chicken Shack on 14th Street. If you wanted some ribs, you had to go out to the neighborhood and come over here to Rib Supreme.
Okay.
Right there, we used to be right here behind where I'm living at now. Because, see, we ain't really had we had an okay rib, but if you want some real ribs, you had to come over here. Where's Joe's now? But it used to be real.
Yeah, right there on Madison
Right
and
behind me.
yeah.
Yeah, on Madison back there. Well, he done moved across the
Yeah, he moved down the street by Cicero now. Yeah.
Yeah, he clean now. Them some good ribs now. For
Yeah.
about a year. You can get some good clean ribs for about a year.
Yeah.
No.
Because
No,
at that
they-
other joint, it was shaky.
Yeah, it was shaky. It was an old building.
Yeah.
So he done built from the bottom up now. He's going on in there now.
Okay.
And the ribs taste just like they used. They taste really good.
Okay.
Yeah, they taste really good. My son-in-law brought me a little snack, a little taste of it. It tastes pretty good.
Okay. Now let's talk about them 80s. Tell me about the 80s.
Right. I was a housewife in the 80s. I was literally go to work, come home, take care of kids, get ready for work the next day. That was my world. That was my world in the 80s. I didn't really part, maybe the beginning of the 80s, but toward the middle and the end, I didn't do nothing. I slowed down and I ain't never picked back up because I ain't went back to no club. I ain't never been no big club and all of that. See, I'm a house party. See, my house was the party house, so it was always a party. I didn't need no club because I had Larry's club in the backyard. When we was on Hastings, the club was in the middle of the two houses. And when we moved out west, he had the whole backyard concreted. Larry's club. You ain't need no club to go to because it was always a club at our house.
And
Every day.
you know what? I was gonna go about the dog times in the 80s, but I want to ask you this: how were you guys able to, like, y'all still got an old school family, like everybody else family, over here, we over there, we over there. I don't really like sister girl, I don't like brother man. But one thing I always liked and respect about your family is you would burn a snap your fingers and everybody in the whole world is on Monroe. Help me understand, how can we get back to that for the rest of us?
Brian, you know what? It's all about out. Number one, mama.
Okay.
Mama raised us
Mm-hmm.
to where we all had to look out for one another.
Okay.
We didn't have a choice. That was it. And just like I told you, we raised our kids. Now, it's beginning to fall to the left now. Because, see, now you can call, and you might get everybody, but the young folks ain't coming.
Mm.
But the old folks still gonna come, and the middle folks still gonna come. And you might get a couple of the middle. But it was the connection.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the way Mama always, and my grandmother really.
Okay.
My grandmother really. She was the one. When everybody got to do the same thing. If I say come over and we eating on Thanksgiving, that's what we eating on Thanksgiving. And it was the same way with my husband's family, with Alexander's family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Always party together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We always was at my sister-in-law's house all downstairs party. It was, we didn't need no friends. What you have friends, but we had our family.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
People, just like people say, oh, I got a friend live here, a friend live there, a friend. All our friends was right there in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now, when you went off to school and stuff like that, you might have met one or two little girls that you kept talking to, on and off. But I'm 66 years old, and I still talk to the same friends, and I'm still friends with the same ones that I was back when I was 11 and 12.
Mm. Me
My
too.
same friends. Now, I got some couple of friends, that I work with, had later in life than got, but I like friends in the same way with family.
Yeah.
My mother raised us to take care of one another, and that's what we did. And much as I couldn't stand it, I had to listen to what they said. What Dyke told me, what Rocky told me. If Rocky said, you better stand on this porch, I had to stand there. Because that's what Mama told me. I got to do what Rocky said. She said, if Rocky don't tell you to cut your throat, you better do what he said. And that's how I was raised. So I did my brother. That's why I got a big old cut on my leg right now. Because Dyke said, hold your leg up and let me cut you. Mama said, do what your brother said. I held my leg up and he cut it. And Mama beat them out of it. But, Brian, I did what my brother said. See, you don't get too old. That's why I tell you, don't get too old.
Yeah. Because yeah,
Too
I
old.
mean,
That call me right now. Margo, I'm here. But that's it. You don't get too old. And these kids nowadays need to know. We need to go back to family. Man, we was all down in the South. It was family. Family. And now people don't even, you don't even hear family reunions and stuff.
nah. Block parties, we don't do that no more.
None of that. No block parties. No this, no that. You don't hear nothing.
And it's scary.
Very scary.
Yeah,
But
because
you know what? You have to just keep praying for them. And that's what I do each and every day. And I share the word with all these young people every day. I have 2 groups of young ladies I send a verse to every day. And I send a sermon. If I'm looking on YouTube or looking at a couple of the pastors that I like to hear, and they saying something that I think is pertaining to their lives and stuff, I'll send it to them. You need to sit down and listen to this, because this man talking to you. You got to start back sharing the word. You have to start back sharing the word. And if I can't get them to come in the building, I'm going to share the word with them where they at. Lay in your bed, plug your phone up, and lay there and listen to the word, because that's what it's about. That's the only way. And until we go back to the roots and back to that respect thing, Brian, we going downhill.
fast.
Very fast.
And that's why I did this, because yeah, we was gonna talk about your life, but I'm glad you're talking about this, because people need to hear this. People, you talked about, all you talked about is family, and people don't talk about family anymore. Even like when we all used to huddle up at Rita house, I miss that. Like and we don't do that no more. And And this was back in 20 when this whole madness started. But I was gonna try to set up something in, even if I just had to pay for it. But then, the whole world got sick and they canceled. But I'm gonna sit down and talk to Rita, and we gonna have to set up something else because it's crazy. It's
sad.
It is.
It's sad. It's sad. I'm telling you, it's sad.
And even as close, and the crazy thing, just show you about, like you said, talking. I didn't talk. I ain't asked no questions about my father until my mama got sick. 38 years later. Never asked her one, because I knew how he died right in front of her. So I was like, don't nobody want to relive that.
Right.
I'm like, we'll hang out. Me and my mama hung out. We were very close. But that time when I was taking care of her, that's when I started asking questions. She was like, why didn't you ever ask me these questions? I said, I ain't think you want to talk about this. And she was like,
right.
She said, no, I would have talked about it. And that's just little stuff like that. Like 2 weeks ago, I had my cousin on here, Lavelle. All these years knowing him, thinking he the coolest dude in the world, I did not know how he was related to me. I just knew he was my cousin.
Because at that time it didn't matter, Brian.
It didn't.
Everybody was family.
Yep. It was just.
Everybody. If you treated somebody right, that was family.
Yes.
Remember, they say family is who you pick.
Yeah.
Family ain't always who you with.
Yeah.
So that's why we back in the day we believed that in our heart, and that's why we were all sisters and brothers and family and all that.
And now it's just lip service.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
It's just lip
A
service.
bunch of lip service, and everybody know, and everybody important, and everybody. I want to hope and pray that I stay the same person.
No, it's too late to change now, Margo. It's too late to change.
Ain't gonna change.
Exactly.
Don't have no intentions. All I want him to just give me, I pray every day, God, give me a few words that somebody might hear.
That's important too.
All them words, like people, like women, like your mother, my sister-in-law, Kat, all of them. That's who made us who we are. We watched them raise y'all, and then we knew how we was gonna raise our kids, cause we seen the way they was disciplining y'all and doing what y'all. So that made us. You look at it and you roll with the punches.
Wow. But and that's the thing, we so caught up in material, like you said, we caught up in phones and iPads and nice cars and nice things, and we don't even know how to be nice to each other.
There you go.
No. Like,
we never went a day without contacting one another.
Yes.
Talking to one another. Now people go 3 and 4 weeks and months and stuff. Don't even call and check on their parents. Don't even ask them how they feeling. Don't even ask how they doing. Don't even just. We used to just go to our mama house and see her and do whatever we needed to do. You didn't have to call me.
right.
You didn't have to call. Just go over there and see what she needs you to do. And if she say I don't need you to do it, I'm sure Pump told you that a lot of times. Get your ass out of my house. I don't need you over here. But you still went.
And
And
ate.
that's the thing.
And
That's
ate.
the thing. I know she throwed your ass out 2-3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Throwed you out 2-3 times. But that's okay.
Or her favorite line was, "You should have came over here Saturday."
Oh, yeah. Because let me tell you something. Your mama didn't speak to me for almost 7 or 8 or 9 years. Because I didn't personally hand her wedding invitation.
I remember that.
Damn near 8 years. It could have been longer than that.
I
And
remember.
She didn't come to the wedding.
She cussed you all the way back to 35th Street.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Don't hand it to me now. Don't wait till 9 hand it to me. I remember that.
Right. When I'm thinking you my big son, you know you supposed to come. Well, she wanted that invitation in her hand, and she was pissed off about it. And I never forget years later when we finally sat down and talked about it,
Hey, that's who she was. You did it the way it was supposed to be done.
For the hell of it.
Yep. You did it the way it was supposed to be done, or don't do it.
That's right. That's right. She was important, and I was supposed to walk over there, go up them stairs, and hand her that invitation in her hand. Not mail it, not send it by nobody else. I was supposed to hand it to her in her hand.
I remember that.
But when we helped plan, so she knew she was going to already be there because you was help planning the stuff. But she still wanted that invitation.
I remember that, Mark. I promise you. She drove that gold Nova at that time.
Yep.
I remember that. She cussed you out all the way home.
Yep. She stayed mad at me a long time about that. Sure did. Mm-hmm.
I ain't going. I remember that.
Yep. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm still there to win, big. You ain't coming. The reception was since you ain't coming up. No. Sat right there on my master porch doing the whole reception because you know the reception was at the house. She ain't crossed the lot.
Cross the driveway.
There you go. She wouldn't even cross the driveway. She
Yeah,
was done.
that was my mama.
She was the supervisor. She was done. Always, we used to call puppy supervisor all the time. Her way, she was supervisor.
Yeah, you did it her way, or don't do it at all. I don't want. She ain't want to hear nothing. She ain't want to hear no excuses.
Nothing.
Do it the right way, or don't do it at all.
Bottom line. Get on out my face.
Yeah, that was her line. Now get out my face. Her and Rita. Now get out my face.
Get on out my face. I done said what I had to say. Get on out my face.
Cause you couldn't respond. You just had to listen.
No, just get on out their face. You just get on out their face. You don't say nothing. Just get on out their face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing. We live an amazing life. Over
Indeed.
there in them fold, like I told you, in that little circle.
From the 1600s to the 2400s. Well, actually from the 1200s to the 2400s.
Yeah, you could basically say Jewtown.
Yeah. 800. I was about to say that from 800.
Yeah, you could basically say Jewtown all the way down. Yeah.
From Jewtown, Acme Barrel.
People in the older days that was in Jewtown moved from there over across Ash.
Yep, that's where my daddy was at. My daddy was in Jewtown.
So basically, you could say from there all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how it was.
Tell Burner.
She had you.
Get ready.
She had you.
Get ready, Parker.
You gotta hear her story.
Nah.
You know, Berna was like that sister that didn't nobody know she was our sister. Because she was always in the house. Or always down there across Ashland in the project. People didn't even know she was our sister.
Well, she gonna have to tell us that story soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Margo, I want to thank you. It's been a pure pleasure. And guess what? You can show your grandchildren and your grandchildren and grandchildren.
See?
You can share this with your people.
Yep, with the people. And I will.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. You and Berna and Judy and Lavera and Esther and everybody else in that neighborhood. Anytime I have any monicum of success, it is because of you guys.
That's right.
Y'all wouldn't let us fail. Y'all didn't let us be bored. Y'all didn't let us not feel loved. And I appreciate it. You know.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're one of the ones that appreciate it.
All of us, you know what? If they ain't saying it, they just ain't saying it. But trust and believe. When we sit around and talk, we talk about the good old days. We don't talk about high school. We don't talk about college. We talk about the 1600 block.
Yeah.
We don't talk about all that. Oh yeah, remember this, and remember that, and remember those memories. Like you said, you know, I done had a great time in my life. I mean, I'd have been all over this country. I got it's a shorter list to name the places that I haven't been in America than to say where I've been. I've been across the border both ways, and I mean, I've had a privileged life. And I'm telling you, it's because of people like you and Rita and Judy and Berna and all y'all, because y'all wouldn't let us just sit still. And Burner don't want to talk about it, but if we sat still too long, Burner wouldn't have got a baseball and a bat. Go play.
Yep.
We weren't sitting still and
Go do something.
go. Yep, that's what Bernie said. Go do something. I'm sick of looking at you. That's what Bernie would say. I'm sick of looking at you. Go do something.
Go do something. Dad looking at you.
Yep. So I really appreciate it, and that's.
And I appreciate it. I enjoyed myself.
Thank you.
So I'm
Thank
like,
you.
what am I going to talk? Why is Brian called? What am I going to talk about?
I told you.
Well, I see.
See. So I ain't gonna say it no more.
Yeah, because I kept looking at Rita. I'm like, Rita kept saying, what am I saying? What am I talking about? I see.
Yeah, because I mean, easiest thing in the world to talk about is you. That's the easiest thing in the world to talk about. And
I guess that's true, nephew.
and see, a lot of people think I'm gonna get on here and ask them in 19 and what was. Nah, I want people to see what's on your mind. And see how your life is, and you don't need $1 million, even though I want 100 million of them.
I feel you,
But you don't need $1 million to have a good life.
No, you don't.
You don't, like you said, you can buy that bag that you've been wanting your whole life, and be in some Target clothes, and still be shy. Yep.
Yep.
So I really appreciate you.
No problem, nephew. I ain't gonna say anytime, cause see, this ain't my cup of tea.
Hey, well, you just start pouring that cup now. So if you ever want to come back, you are welcome. And we're going to get you. Okay, this the plan. I don't know if Rita told you. This the next plan to get over there. And Judy and you and Rita on here at the same time. And we all talk. You, Rita, Judy, Berna, and whoever else y'all can get all on here at the same time.
Oh, man.
And y'all.
Get Leary.
Hey.
Talking Leary.
Hey. Tell her. Hey.
Leary can tell you every corner in that neighborhood.
Well, tell Leary I need to talk to her.
Yeah, Leary can tell. Leary out of mind like Larry. See, like me, I forget stuff. But Leary and Larry, they ain't never forget nothing.
Well, tell Leary I want to talk to her.
You done did. And you like, girl, I ain't did that. She said, yes, she did. I was there with you.
Well, tell Leary if she want to come on here and talk, I need to talk to her and anybody else, because we got to show our young people that our elders got a whole lot to offer, and it ain't nothing but love that y'all offering.
Yep,
Like you said.
I really appreciate it. I don't know how you got this thought in your mind, but I know, because I know who God do everything.
Amen.
But I'm just saying, this is it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm very proud of it.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a couple people who ain't as nice as y'all coming on. They used to be part of street organizations. But they didn't turn their life around. They going to tell their life story, too. So we just trying to...
But that's what it's about.
Yes.
You learn from people.
Exactly.
That's how you get to where you at. You got to learn from people.
Amen.
But I appreciate that now.
I appreciate you. I appreciate Berna. That's why I say those names at the beginning of every show. I do a show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of every week. And I acknowledge y'all every time I come on air. Because without y'all, it ain't no me.
Yep.
Without y'all, it ain't no me. And thank you again. And I want to tell... All right, and I want to tell everybody, hey, I really appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for participating. And like I say every week, tell a friend to tune in. And y'all know how I end every show. If I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
We lust for that cheese. We lose sleep, dreams of that cream. We killing our teams. They down for this.
What up, dog?
Them government schemes, they turning us to hustlers and fiends.
I'm closing it out right now.
Politicians smuggling green, chasing that cheese, got everybody stressed in the streets. Water me for speaking freely, let it breathe. Evangelists preach the congregations out of their seats. They
What's
writing
that?
checks for tithes now. It's people can't eat. She's stripping for change for school. Now she giving them
Okay.
brains. She used to that loot. She earning. Now she giving them strain. He new to this game, but
Okay.
hungry, so he cooking his cane. He getting that paper, but then they gave him tools to the brain. It's rules to this game, but hustlers never hustle for fame. The spirit of greed is grimy, so we struggle to change. They put us in chains and take away our African name. But if we submissive and don't resist, then who do we blame? It's all a game, man. These Europeans staking they claim, and you a victim of their game plan. You thinking they ain't, you thinking they saints. Remember all them niggas they hang, killed our women and our children, all our leaders is slain. They gave us Obama, but that nigga was hoping for change. But Zimmerman is killing niggas and he free. Shit is crazy, babies having these babies and getting checked. But keep the child from they pop to rip his heart out his chest. Our rappers was leaders and now they in the booth and the dress. Spitting bullshit and making more but giving us less. They taking our sound and changing ours, dumbing it down. They taking our jobs and homes and they shutting us out. They taking our kids because it ain't a man in the house. They locking us down, but soon they gon' be wiping us out. They told our women they was too independent to need a man. Told our brother he was too insignificant to advance. It's all a game, man. These Europeans staking they claim, and you a victim of their game plan. You thinking they ain't, you thinking they saints. Remember all them niggas they hang, killed our women and our children, all our leaders is slain. It's all a game.
We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.